All right, let's see what we got to do today. We've got to service that rec set. We have got to service that transmitter, I'm assuming. Probably got to service that cylinder. And looks like we got 2 Ocean Reef full face masks. And I can already tell you, something is not going to be able to get serviced today. What's up, guys? This is Brian again from Lake Kicker Scuba and Marine. If you are new to our channel, do me a huge favor. Hit this little subscribe button right here and ding that little bell as well. That way you guys are going to be notified every time we upload new content. Now, if you can't tell, I'm back here in our workroom, and all week long, I've done absolutely nothing but service regulators, cylinders, and, of course, full face mask. And I think I'm on number 7 of this week just alone on the full face mask. And I want to make a quick public service announcement for you, specifically on the Ocean Reef mask. And this is not something that you need to concern yourself with as far as safety concerns and things like that underwater. This is more going to be if you are out to purchase a mask and you're not getting it from your local retail center. If you're getting it online, maybe Facebook Marketplace or something of that, I want to make a quick video showing you what to look out for before you go out and buy a used Ocean Reef full face mask. All right, guys, I want to show you the 2 masks that I've got here, and I want to talk a little bit about each of these masks, how they differ, things of that sort. And then I want to give you some pointers on if you're in the market for a new mask, some things that you should be looking for, especially if you're buying used masks. Obviously, we're going to encourage you to buy from your local retail center and always buy new, but you can get some really good masks for decent prices, say on Facebook Marketplace, things like that. But I do want you to be on the lookout for certain things before you, say, waste an investment in purchasing a used mask, integrated mask, or anything like that. So the 2 models I've got here, this is just the Nera model here. We get a lot of these shipped to us for service, and then we get tons and tons every year of the G-Diver series. This is the standard G-Divers here. They came in 4 different colors. You had white, you had the cobalt blue, you had the emerald, which was kind of like a color changing green, if you will, and then they had the pink series as well. You probably saw the pink one here very recently in a video that we did where my daughter was taking her full face mask class. I was able to purchase her a pink one that was practically brand new, but I did get it for used pricing, and it ended up being a great mask for her. But the G-Diver series, just like all of the Space series, has been discontinued. So they're no longer producing this mask here. Good news is they are producing the Iron Mask, which I'll link up top here for you. The Iron Mask is a Space Series style mask. So the Space Mask, the G-Divers, the Predator, the Iron Mask, they were all part of the Space Series. But the only one that's being produced out of all those Space Series now is the Iron Mask. And cool little fun fact, the parts for the Iron Mask are the same parts for the G-Diver. So even though this is a discontinued model, it's no longer being produced, we will have parts for many, many years as long as they're still producing the Iron Mask. So we can still service these. That being said, let's jump over here to the Nera. So the Neras, the Nera 2s, these masks have been discontinued for a very long time. These were originally designed for basically surface supplied air. They wasn't really designed for, diving open circuit without, just standard tank on your back. They were really designed for the surface supplied, but these are a discontinued model and have been discontinued for many, many years. There are no more parts kits for the Nera or the Nera 2 or whatnot. So that is something that you want to be on the lookout. If you're trying to buy a full face mask, this is the one that you do not want. I don't care if it's only $1. You do not want this mask. So what I'm going to have to do, I've got to service this one for the customer. I've got to call the customer and say, hey, I can only service one. I can't service the other one. This was pretty much a waste. However, there are features on this mask that can be swapped over to here, such as this exhaust port here. So I'm going to call my customer, see if he wants this exhaust port put onto this mask. The reason he may want to do that, this is the standard exhaust, the one that always free flowed every time you went inverted. This is the adjustable exhaust, and it will fit that mask. So I'm going to call him and see if he wants to swap that over to this particular mask as well. We've got to do a couple other things to this one other than service it. I got to replace the strap and all that for the customer. But yeah, be on the lookout anytime that you're going to buy used masks, used full face masks from Ocean Reef, well, from, say, Facebook Marketplace. Stay away from the Niras. There's not a service center anywhere in the world that can service these masks. The G-Divers is a discontinued model, but because the iron mask is still being produced, there are still parts for this, and there will be parts in any of the Space Series masks. So the Predator, the Space, the G-Divers, the iron mask, any of the Space Series, all take these same internal parts. So the really cool thing is there's going to be parts for a very long time for these. But once again, Nira, no longer serviceable in any way, shape, or form. So if you found one of these on Facebook Marketplace and maybe the guy's getting rid of it for $100 or so, do not purchase it, because you're not going to be able to get it serviced. And quite frankly, I wouldn't dive a mask if I couldn't get it serviced. So there you go, guys. I really hope this video helps you out. Like I said, make sure you know what you're purchasing when you're buying used before you purchase it. Obviously, I'm going to encourage you to go to your local retail center, look at the new Neptune 3 Basic or the Neptune 3 Package, either one. The Basic is literally just a mask without the surface air valve and without all the other goodies that you get. And then the Package, you get the full first stage, a full second stage. You get the integrated diving mask if it's the Neptune 3 versus the Space Series. And you get a ton of different items to go with it as well. It's a little bit more expensive, but in my opinion, it's well worth it. However, for budget purposes, if you've got to buy used in your own, say, Facebook Marketplace, the Space Series, the G-Divers, the Space, the Predator, the Iron, all of them are going to be good, and they can be serviced. Most Ocean Reef centers can service them. But the Nira series, no good. Don't even buy them. Unless the person just wants to give it to you, and that way you can use certain parts, like maybe the COM port and things like that. But they're not going to be serviced, and you may think you're getting a really good deal, and then the mask is pretty much useless at that point. So I really hope this video helps you out. I hope it makes your eyes open up a little bit before you go in there and think you're getting a good deal, but you're really not. But if it did help, give me a big thumbs up. If you got any questions, comments, or concerns about the Ocean Reef series mask, drop me a comment down below and we'll discuss. But until our next video, take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.